my friends, Jacob is here once again. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for pressing play, for spending a little time with me, for joining me for what is sure to be maybe a little troubling, but inspiring show nonetheless. Get a lot of people talking to me about a lot of things.
Jacob, did you know that there's something going on at Davos right now and it's super spectacular and weird?
Jacob, did you see that what happened in Israel? Jacob, did you know that there was a tree that is water's coming out of it?
Only place where water flows from the tree. You can imagine.
I feel like it's
This-
Bible.
Yes. It's very serious and wonderful. My hometown, yes, it's serious.
I get a lot of people sending me a lot of stuff. It's great, thank you. Don't send me the warnings though. I get some of that stuff. Oh, you better be careful. I don't want to hear that stuff. I just hit delete. Because you know what? I'm not scared. There's nothing to be scared of, especially when you're doing a service to the world. Yeah, I'm trying to help people to live a better life, to be better, to be kinder, to be happier. But today I got some news. Okay? You know, the blood moon just went down, right? Okay, so this morning I come out of the house. I'm taking Shiloh. That's my daughter, my smart girl. I got 4 children. If you don't know anything about me, maybe one day you'll figure it out, or I'll tell you. But right now, let's stick to what's going on in the world. Okay, so I'm walking out the door with Shiloh, taking her off to the midterm, and right outside my door, it's right there. There's the conjunction, Jupiter and Venus, right there, and it was right before the sunrise, right east, like right outside of my door, and I think that's very, very cool, very telling. I couldn't believe it. It really was a spectacular sight to see. I missed the blood moon. I didn't get a chance to see that. I caught parts of it because it was so cloudy, but a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff around the world, a lot of big changes took place on that blood moon. I know a lot of you know about what's going on right now in Israel and Iran, and it's concerning. You also know that Davos is going on. Well, these guys are talking, and it's concerning. But you know the weirdest thing is I said that while we're going to see a lot of craziness and some spooky stuff and some stressful stuff happening, and it's not because I have any insight, it's because this is the way it's happening. And it doesn't seem to be changing at all. And right now, everybody's kind of picking their own corner. Everybody's doing their own thing. Europe's a mess, right? The Middle East's a mess. Everything right now seems to be coming to a head. And there's the conjunction. And I talked about that new life, and I talked about Jupiter rising and Venus falling, and how that's super symbolic. If you haven't seen the show, see the show. But today's show is going to be one that you are going to want to watch. So I hope you're buckled up. I hope you already checked that bell. I hope you're ready to like and subscribe and share it, because the blood moon, my channel went viral. Yeah, isn't that weird? Just like I said it was gonna. Yeah. And then the next day after, it was like almost double the amount of subscribers. Today already, I'm at some ridiculous amount of subscribers. I don't understand it. I'm grateful for it, but I tell you, you better be buckled up. So a little while, Trump was making a big deal about January 20th. He's put a tweet out there to Netanyahu because they weren't happy with the UN deal, with what's going on. They weren't happy with the way they've been treated in the UN. Now listen, I'm not picking sides, right? Because, we don't know. in an age of technology and everybody has a camera and everybody has access to the internet and news can get out in real time, you got to flood the internet with just a bunch of just narratives so that nobody knows what to choose. So that's why it's really important that you don't go here or there, that you go to the source and you say, teach me the truth, let me see beyond the baloney. And that's when the light starts to shine, and that's when you get a little bit of hope, because I'm a man that has great hope here. I'm a man that, while a lot of people are stressed out and every other day you see another video saying that it's going to blow up, the world's going to blow up, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm not saying the world's going to be okay, but there's a wall that's being built, that spiritual wall that I was talking about. That's why we see it taking place in the world. If you haven't seen my show on the wall, check that one out too. So Trump actually tweets this out. Now, he knew that January 20th was going to be a big deal. He says, we cannot continue to let Israel be treated in such total disdain and disrespect. They've been such a good friend of the U.S. But Trump wrote, the beginning of the end was a horrible Iran deal, and now this, UN. Stay strong, Israel. January 20th is fast approaching. January 20th, this is the eclipse. January 20th, the new year for trees. All of this happening around the same time. Also the dealings with the UN. So now this is what happened, okay? I had a buddy of mine, Stan. He owns a Chick-fil-A. He works out at my gym. He comes up to me and he says, did you see what happened? Did you see what happened on the blood? Because he watches my show, which I think is kind of nice. And I said, yeah. And he goes, it's really a little weird, right? Because you said things were going to happen. I said, I didn't say anything was going to happen. I said, hey, I think that things could happen, right? I don't know what they are. I don't have any inside scoop. But on Monday morning, Intelligence Minister Israel Katz reveals that the ski resort, which was just over the border from Syria, was the target of a missile attack. The footage, eerie. Policy for attacking targets in Syria has changed and is intensifying. That's what Intelligence Minister Katz said Monday morning in an interview in response to a missile launched by Iranian forces in Syria into Israel. Now, Iran they're giving a whole different story, right? Everybody has a different story. And Iran says, of course, is going to blow Israel off the map, okay? I don't know if they said it or not, but that's the news. There's also articles coming out saying that Iran has a stronger military than Israel. But the minister said that this was a clear message, and as opposed to previous strikes where the IDF doesn't really say anything, they were just like outright bold about it. Now, while that's happening, you got Davos going on, okay? And you remember the video that I did with all the sevens and we talked about Lagarde? She's the International Monetary Fund lady. Well, the International Monetary Fund released Monday its updated economic outlook with dire warning, okay? I mean, dire warning is, to put it blandly, Davos's trailer, like they had this 3-minute trailer, starts off all nice and all pretty and everything's so wonderful, and then it rolls into chaos. Kind of like the first half is so bountiful, second half is not so great. Once again, 7 years plenty, 7 years of famine and riots and nonsense. Well, anyway, the International Monetary Fund released Monday its economic outlook. The agency lowered estimated growth for 2019. Okay, they lowered it. The biggest risks are unresolved trade wars between U.S. and China, and possibly Britain exiting the European Union without a deal. After 2 years of solid expansion, the world economy is growing more slowly than expected and risks are rising. IMF managing Christine Lagarde said Monday, adding, the risk of a sharper decline in global growth has certainly increased. And they got their eye on China because China's slowing down. Trump is tweeting out, I take the credit for that. I take the credit for that. You know, they took advantage. Everything was growing, but look, now that we're drawing a hard line, look what's happening in China. Trump is out there. Once again, Trump's making waves. Trump's doing things. They say that the globalization, right? This is like that they're big. This is the biggest challenge they have right now, is to keep everything united, to keep everything together. They're all about one world, and right now it seems like everybody's going to their sides, their own little sides, which is exactly what I think is meant to happen, right? Because we've already been in, as I've said, we've already been in this new world order. We've already been in it. We're already in the beast system, and right now they're losing control. So what do they got to do? This is when it gets spooky. This is when, the crackdown begins. Hopefully, maybe it won't happen. I don't know. Maybe a new day. Maybe this is that 1,000-year reign of Christ that we're talking about. Maybe that was the sign. Maybe we already went through the bad part. I don't feel like that's the case, but it's a possibility. I also thought it was coincidental that at the exact same time, there's some information coming out about Planet X, right? They're saying, oh, no, it's not real anymore. They did this a while ago, too. They used the same excuse, that there's another excuse for, and I just thought that it was suspect that out of the blue, all of a sudden, right around the blood moon, that all of a sudden Nibiru's back in the spotlight, and they're saying, no, it's not real. It's not real. That could be caused by other things completely. I don't hear the people from Caltech. I don't hear the people that are the ones that are in charge here. I don't hear them talking about this, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I just think it's coincidental. At Davos, too, there's some weird things. Bank of America CEO, you know what he said? He said, get ready for bank mergers. Did you imagine all the banks going into one big global force, right? Yeah, but Washington isn't the only source of uncertainty clouding the global picture over there at the World Economic Forum. Europe is a mess. There's the ongoing crisis with Brexit. And then you got Theresa May, who's now made like Trump, and she didn't go to Davos. She's like, I'm not going. Neither did Trump. Neither did a lot of leaders. Neither did the guy from Saudi Arabia. All of a sudden, people are pulling away. It's weird, right? Is it interesting? Is it beautiful? I don't know. You tell me in the comments section.
Don't forget to leave a like and smash the button and do that stuff.
Today's news. We're going into this 32nd day of the shutdown. Today's news, right? Today's news. Senate Republicans have released a measure designed like today's the day the measure's been dropped. By the time that this video is edited and out, they'll probably already have axed it. Or if they accept it, that'll be great. Because I feel like it's going to happen soon, one way or another. I think it would be cool if something happened around on the 33rd day. I think that would be cool because just the symbolism of it and, of course, the numerology of it. And you know that those people that are in charge, right, they're into all that spooky numerology and all that occultic nonsense. But 33, it's a big day, right? It's a big day. Jesus on the cross, 33. That's the time that into your hands I commit my spirits, the day that you lay down your life for something bigger. You're there on the cross, right? We're all supposed to take up that cross. And on that cross, you know what he says? He goes, Father, why have you forsaken me? Right? On that cross, when you're going through hard times, when you're dealing with this system and you think, oh my goodness, why have you left me? Why have you left me all alone? Why have you left me so darn broke? Why have you left me with this meathead and this jerk? And why have you left me with all of these problems to deal with? It's on the cross. You got to lay down your life. You got to do the right thing. You got to love. Today is the day when you have to let go of your nonsense. And you got to take responsibility to your world around you because you, my friend, you are the cause. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it. I know a lot of people are dealing with terrible, terrible things. But ultimately, it's your life. You're in the center of it. So you can complain and you can be mean and you can attack and tear down and you will get more of the same. Or you can rise and you can let go and you can forgive and you can accept then you could be content. And when you are content, you own everything. You have no need in the world. Be content with what you have, especially if you have a roof over your head, if you have food in your belly. You are blessed. The world is a mess in many places, but that doesn't mean that we don't have hope and more. As the shutdown dragged into the 32nd day, a clear record, another missed paycheck loomed for hundreds of thousands of workers. I mean, I can't imagine. I couldn't handle that. I got to do this quick. And a lot of people say, why do you talk so fast? Because I do this right before I go to work. I'm trying to fit it all in so I don't miss out on the family. I don't miss out on work. I do it all. I get it all done. I find my way. There's always time to do what you love. And I love the fact that I can talk about great change, and I can talk about how the channel will start to take off, and then all of a sudden, I love that I can have faith in more. And you know why my channel took off? You know why it started? You know that one video that I did about the blood moon just like 5 days ago? And you know why it's like 100 and something, 25,000 views, maybe 130, I don't know what it's at. But my point is, do you know why? Because the very same website that showcased my video on Planet X back in the day, which started the channel, did it again. What are the chances of that happening? Tell me that there isn't something already at work in the world and in my life and in your life. Tell me that you have no reason to have faith at all with all the things going on in the world. Tell me that when I walked out that door and I'm looking at that conjunction right in my face, that there isn't a reason for all of us to say, thank God that I have the life that I have, and help me, God, to be more. I love each and every one of you. I hope you do subscribe, share it around, tell your friends, and have the best day ever. Bye-bye!
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.